So today we're not actually working on Simone, but we're working on Leroy. Leroy has not had the best time past couple of days. He decided to snap a belt in half. It was dry rotted. It was beyond all belief gone, and I knew it was gonna happen anyway, so I already picked up a alternator and water pump belt. And also, it's leaking a little bit of oil through the valve cover gasket. Definitely needs one, and it's a super easy job that we can get knocked out in no time at all. And all you need for this job is some RTV, alternator water pump belt / water pump belt, some sockets, 10 and 12 mil, plus an extension will make your life a lot easier, and a torque wrench, plus your valve cover gasket. That's really all you need for this job. Super, super easy. And it's gonna make Leroy run a lot better. As well, I gotta check the internals of the engine, just make sure it's all up to spec, because really don't wanna have to rebuild this engine, just wanna get him sold, get him to a new family. But how he does run is pretty good. I don't think there is any engine problems with this car. It does run really, really good. It just needed a little bit to get running good because it was sitting so long. But after new spark plug wires, spark plugs, oil, coolant, and a couple other things, it really sorted it out, and it does run great now. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the alternator and water pump belt. I've done this on my car millions of times. My car had really bad crank wobble, as you guys seen in the last video. Really, really bad crank wobble. It would chuck belts like every track event. It would chuck belts just in general. So I can get around the piping, the intake piping, and I can knock it out with literally just a 12 mil. And you can get your new belt on. It's extremely easy to do. So we'll go ahead and get that knocked out first. 2 12 mils. Loosen the one on the outside, and then the main bolt, you'll loosen that, and then you push your alternator forward, you get your new belt on, and then you tighten it until the belt can just about turn sideways. Okay, so now that the alternator is pushed up, I can put on the belt, just work it around everything in there so we don't have to take anything off. It'll save us a bunch of time on this job, and I'm just lazy, so it'll make me happier to just get it done without taking everything off, even if it takes more time. Alright, so the belt is on. We just pull the alternator back, tighten it up, and then this job is done. So we just wiggle our hand in there, pull the alternator back, we'll tension up the belt a little bit. We keep on pulling. Okay, now I can tighten it up. When tightening the belt, you want to get the belt so it will turn to about there and stop. Once it's to about that position, you know it's tight, it's not too tight, or it's not too loose. You do hear squealing, try loosening it up or tightening a bit, depending on what type of squealing it is. But that should get you right in the ballpark of the perfect tightness. Okay, so it is the next day, and yesterday I got rained out, so I came back out today after it finally stopped raining today, got the belt back on, it's all tensioned up, and it's run so much better now. You're not hearing belt squeal, you're not smelling burning belt. Now we're gonna get the valve cover gasket off, which is only a couple bolts, a couple hoses, and then take out the spark plugs and take off the distributor. And then we can go and take off the old belt, take off the old gasket, put the new one in, put some RTV, and then we're done.
Just 2 o'clock.
It's that late.
I know you smoke too much of that shit. That shit's gonna rob you of your ambition.
Not if your ambition is to get high and watch TV.
Okay, so we just got the valve cover gasket off. The timing belt seems to be in great condition. So does the internals of the engine. No scarring, no scratching on the cam lobes, none of that. And somehow the bottom of this valve cover is insanely clean, but this valve cover gasket is shot. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that out. Okay, old valve cover gasket shot. Time to get the new one, put it on, clean everything up first. Make sure our mating surfaces are good, and then we'll assemble it all back together. Okay, so now that the new valve cover gasket is on and our mating surface is clean, take some, I prefer black RTV, and then put it around your cam caps, and then also around your cam angle sensor, and then we can reinstall the valve cover gasket. Okay, so now that our RTV is on, we can reinstall our valve cover, and it's just as simple as plopping it on. You want to do it evenly, make sure nothing's in the way, of course. You want to make sure it's even, and nothing's in the way, of course, so the RTV isn't being spreaded around, and it just goes straight on. And perfect. Now I just reinstall our bolts. Okay, so with the Miata there, you do want to torque the valve cover down in a specific pattern just to make sure you don't warp it. So you're going to start off here at the center bolt, and then you're going to move forward to the second center bolt, and then you're going to go through all of these in this sequence. I will have this sequence linked in the description down below. It's really easy, and then you run back through there. So everything is back together. The new pulley is in, and also the new valve cover gasket is in with the RTV. I would start it now, but the RTV is curing, and I want to give the RTV at least 24 hours to cure, because I don't want any oil leaks for when this new owner buys it. I just want to be as sorted as possible. And here soon, I'm going to clean this engine bay out. I hit the valve cover gasket with a little bit of brake clean. Huge difference. So I'm going to go and degrease and pressure wash out this engine bay. It'll make it look so much better. It'll make the next owner a lot happier. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I also hope you guys have learned something from this video. I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out.